Well, we're almost geared up, and it's time to put on our last piece of gear, which is our mouth guard. And I mentioned earlier that I had a big one that I couldn't even breathe in the first couple practices, and I learned right away the correct one to go get, which is made by SISU, and it's amazing. It has holes in it. It's nasty. I probably shouldn't show you. They get so gross. But it forms to your teeth. But the purpose of this one is we can talk with it and talk and breathe. And that's important because we do a lot of talking on the track and in the game. So if you have watched a roller derby game, it is not a quiet sport, and not many sports are. It's very loud. And one of the main reasons is how important it is to communicate. So the last verse that we're going to cover in regards to your gear is Ephesians 6 and chapter 19. I'm going to attempt to read it like this, where it says, "Pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the saints." So part of your everyday gear, putting in your mouth guard, is praying. And let's take it to how important communication is on the track, and how much we learned how important it is to talk. So we tell each other where each other is, we tell where the jammer is, we communicate where we are, and then even not in a game, we communicate as far as encouragement. I think one of the best significant types of encouragement I was receiving was just at practice, and people telling me how badass I was and how good that hit was, and or just when we fall, sometimes it takes some of us more than 3 seconds to get up. We're down and not sure if we want to get back up, and that encouragement of some saying, you got this, and skating our 27-5 as hearing my teammates holler, you can do this, and learning to do that for others, the words of encouragement. So praying for yourself and praying for others is an everyday part of your armor that you're going to need as far as communication. You know, it's that direct line to God. And so, you know, when you think about what do you pray, pray for yourself. One thing that we learned in Derby is just to tell people where you are sometimes, or just to tell them where the jammer is, because it's so fast-paced. And you just lose sight of what's going on, and so it helps to kind of start just communicating and saying where you are or where the jammer is, and just start talking, and just start talking to God out loud. You don't need to close your eyes, and you can if it helps you to be focused, and there's times maybe too, but work on just talking to God. Tell him what you're doing. Talk to him throughout the day, and tell him where you're at. And then start praying for others. And if you don't know what to pray for people, God knows, but you can tell them where they're at. I do that all the time with so many dear friends. I pray this person, man, they're in a crappy situation. God, can you help them? And so that prayer every day is going to be a powerful tool, and it's your mouthpiece. All right, we're done with our gear, and I'm looking forward to getting on our skates and start rolling pretty soon. And so, but we've got one more thing to cover tomorrow without our gear, and then we're going to be putting it on and start rolling. So that should be really fun with my phone, or however I end up filming myself rolling around with my gear on. All right, see ya.